chess versus poker. Which is harder? Alright, this debate ends today. Two titans, chess and poker, enter the ring for a definitive showdown on which is the world's hardest game. And we're putting them head-to-head in a 7-round battle, judging them on complexity, skill versus chance, data processing, cognitive load, learning curve, mental toughness, and adaptability. We'll give 1 point to the winner of each round, and by the end, we're gonna crown a champion. Round 1. Complexity. Now, this round is about the size and nature of the puzzle. In chess, the board has a finite but astronomical number of possible positions. 10 moves in, there's about 69 trillion possible positions. To give you an idea of just how big that is, 69 trillion seconds is the equivalent to 2.2 million years. Now, in poker, the complexity comes from what you can't see. Now, this game is defined by hidden cards, changing probabilities, and the randomness of a shuffled deck. It is a constantly shifting landscape of uncertainty. The verdict? Well, while the numbers in chess are bigger, poker's complexity is slipperier. The added dimension of uncertainty just makes it the more complex game state to navigate. Chess 0, poker 1. Round 2. Skill versus chance. Now, which game is the purer test of ability? Well, chess is a pure skill game with zero randomness. Match outcomes are usually driven overwhelmingly by skill, and every win is earned, and every loss is a direct result of your own decisions, making it a very ruthless and direct measure of pure talent. Now, poker is a dynamic mix. While skill is the undeniable king in the long run, short-term variance can be a hurricane. A beginner can beat a world-class pro in a single session if the cards run cold, a scenario nearly impossible in elite chess. The verdict? Now, while poker requires immense skill to manage luck, chess makes no room for it at all. As the purer, more direct contest of human ability, this round goes to chess. Chess 1, poker 1. Round 3. Data processing. Alright, question is, what's harder to navigate? Too much information or incomplete information? You see, chess is a game of perfect information. Both players are seeing exactly the same board from start to finish, and your opponent's entire army and their possible moves are just right there in front of you. The challenge is to outwit them in a completely transparent environment. Poker, on the other hand, is the polar opposite. It is the epitome of imperfect information. Now, success depends entirely on your ability to handle the unknown. You have to read probabilities, decode your opponent's psychology, and make this huge decision with only a fraction of the data available. The verdict? Making good decisions with less information is fundamentally harder, and the fog of uncertainty makes poker the more demanding game in this category. Chess 1, poker 2. Round 4. Cognitive load. Now, which game puts more strain on your old brain? Chess places a massive load on deep, focused calculation and memory. It's like being a supercomputer, you know? Demanding incredible concentration just to avoid a single fatal processing error. Poker, on the other hand, demands a different kind of mental energy. It's about this, rapid, real-time probability updates, constant observation of multiple opponents, and the ability to switch strategies on the fly. So you're calculating, but you're also running psychological profiles and adapting to a fluid, chaotic environment. The verdict? Poker's pressure comes in bursts, but can last hours and sometimes days. Chess is a continuous grind where every mistake is a direct hit to your intellect's ego. This one's a tie. Chess 1.5, poker 2.5. Round 5. Learning curve. Now, which game has the tougher journey from beginner to master? Well, the path to mastering chess is a long and brutal climb, requiring thousands of hours of dedicated study to ascend its clear, objective ranking systems like the ELO framework. Now, poker has a gentler entry, but the journey to consistent, high-level winning is a treacherous maze. Now, variance makes it incredibly hard to know if you're truly improving or you're just getting lucky. The verdict? While poker mastery means taming an ambiguous process, the sheer volume of concrete knowledge required in chess is a greater barrier. So chess takes the point here.
Chess, 2.5. Poker, 2.5.
Round 6. Mental toughness. Which game is the ultimate test of mental toughness? Well, in chess, mental toughness is about cold, hard resilience. A loss is a direct intellectual defeat with no one to blame but yourself. In poker, it's about maintaining emotional control through the chaos of variance. Making logical decisions when results feel unfair, and of course, avoiding the destructive spiral of tilt. It's a fight against your opponent and your own primal instincts. The verdict? While the pressure in chess is pure, poker demands more mental toughness. The ability to master your emotions in the face of chaos, high stakes, and, of course, injustice. Poker takes this round.
Chess, 2.5. Poker, 3.5.
Round 7. Adaptability.
The final round.
Now, which game forces you to adapt your strategy more? So, in chess, preparation is key. And masters study and memorize countless opening sequences, like a general planning a battle, kind of. But once the first piece is moved, however, the game follows a very strict logic with zero randomness. And because of this, you end up playing the board and not the person. Now, poker is a game of constant adaptation. A strategy that works against a cautious, tight player will fail miserably against a wild, aggressive one. And the entire dynamic of the game can shift with every new player that sits down. So your strategy is almost entirely dependent on exploiting the specific tendencies and flaws of the people you are playing against in that exact moment. The verdict? Well, because poker strategy is so deeply dependent on exploiting ever-changing human behavior, it demands a higher level of adaptability.
Chess, 2.5. Poker, 4.5.
Well, the fight is over. The dust has settled. And after 7 intense rounds, we got ourselves a winner. While chess is a pure contest of strategic genius, poker is the more difficult game to master.